channel. Now, today I'm bringing you another Minecraft build, and this time it's, of course, Chapter 3 of Piggy, the gallery. Now, something that's going to be different about this tutorial is I'm going to have to split it into two parts because, like, look, this build is absolutely ginormous. So I'm only going to end up actually building, like, the first floor on this part. But, like, I have built the entire map of the gallery, and I don't expect there to be a massive wait between part 1 and 2, because that would be inconvenient and you'd have a half-built map for like a long time, and that's not a good thing. So today's part is going to be part 1, where we'll be building everything that's on the lower floor, and I hope that I'm gonna be able to like describe everything to you guys properly, because this build is not only incredibly big but also incredibly confusing. Like, it took me a long time in the actual game to get this map memorized. So I do have it memorized now because I've been able to build it in Minecraft, and with this knowledge I'll hopefully be able to show you guys how to build this for yourself. But yeah, I've also like made the frames of some buildings around it. Like, in-game gallery is surrounded by buildings, so you'll only really see this side and this side in-game, and like the rest is completely surrounded by buildings. But what you want to do with gallery in your world is up to you. You don't really have to surround it in buildings like this. But like, another thing that's interesting about gallery in-game is like there is no actual there's no place for the front entrance. Like, you see the front entrance during the intro cutscene, but you never actually see it while you're inside of the building. You only see this alleyway entrance here. So like, it should be around about here, but in game there's just no door there. So you guys could put a door if you want, or you could like make it like I did and make it game accurate. When I build this on my main world, which is on Bedrock, I'm probably gonna put a door there. But yeah, one last thing I want to say before we get into this tutorial is like just a massive thank you, really, because I've hit 200 subscribers now, and I'm completely blown away by the fact that I've been able to do that in less time than I've been doing YouTube. Like, 4 years I was able to accumulate 80 or so, and in just 1 week I've managed to get like twice as much. So these tutorials are really helping the channel, and I hope they're really helping you guys as well, because I enjoy making these tutorials. And once I'm done with all this Piggy stuff, and maybe in between some of the maps as well, you guys could like, I'm not going to only make Piggy tutorials. Like, you guys could suggest other things. And also, this isn't what I plan to do with all of my life. Like, I have a lot of plans, and my future goal is to be a game developer. So if you guys want to support that, I'll probably have a video for that on its own coming out, because I do have a game that I want you guys to show support to. But anyways, that's neither here nor there, and now I'm gonna get started on this gallery tutorial for you guys. So I'll see you once I've got some preparations done. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna want to do before you build this thing is just make sure you've got a pretty big space for this place to go, because as you can see over there, it does take off a massive space, and there are a multitude of things you can do with the exterior, so I can't give exact measurements. Like, what you do with the outside of this place is completely up to you. But to start out with the inside of this place, because I'm going to leave the exterior to the end as I always do, we're going to build a 5 long wall of polished basalt. Or if you don't have this, which is completely understandable, you any grey block really would do. Like anything similar, like maybe stone or andesite. Just basalt works best, but just place 5 basalt like this, and then extend it to be 3 high. And this is the back wall of the starting place where you first begin with Doggy. And either side of this, we're gonna go 8 backwards, but like not out of basalt. These two walls are different. For this one on this side, you're gonna get grey concrete and go 8 backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this one you're gonna do red nether bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that should line up like that. Now on top of the grey nether brick and red nether brick, you're gonna go with white concrete and take that up to make it 3 high, just so that it's in line with the basalt. And that's the basis of these walls. Now the flooring for this place is gonna be acacia wood, and it's like some kind of checkerboard pattern of acacia wood. So you'll place some of them facing this way and then in between facing the other way, looking like this. So destroy one, face it forwards, and then face the other one horizontal. And that's gonna go across this whole space. And once I've filled this whole space, actually I don't really need to cut for this. This is gonna be pretty quick. And I can just kind of like show you guys how to make this floor. We are going to make some adjustments to this area. Like, this is not what this place is going to look like when we're completely done with the build. Gallery has a lot of like weirdly shaped rooms, and the walls are almost never straight like this. Well, what I mean by that is this wall here out of red nether brick, you're going to count 2 in. And then on the 3rd one, we're actually going to destroy the rest of this wall and move it back 1, like this. Leaving this space here because that's where a door is going to go. And I don't have space for a door in my inventory, so I'll place that later. And then just continue the acacia wood pattern just into the doorway. And if you do it right, then it should line up like everywhere this flooring pattern is. But that's not all that's happening with this red concrete side. No, red nether brick, white concrete. Right, so we place 2 nether bricks like this, and then build them up like that, so that the doorway is 3 blocks wide. Sorry, something with my throat. Now, you're going to actually want to extend this 1 further back. And this is where there's going to be like one of those vent drops that are in every Piggy map. There's going to be one there and it's going to drop you into there. But yeah, your wall for this side should be looking like this now. And on the other side, you're going to destroy these 2 white concrete on top of the very end block like this. Pretty sure that's how it goes. And the doorway for this side is gonna be perfectly in line with the doorway there, so that like you can walk through here and then go into there, just like that. Now the decorations on this wall are pretty simple. There are some paintings, which there are probably paintings in almost every single room in this build, and they're all, except for one block by 1 block. So these 1 by 1 paintings here. Any will do, really. And then you could build like a table that we've been doing this whole time, or you could like build a different type of table here that I'll show you now. So out of spruce trapdoors, placing them like this, and then either side of them dark oak trapdoors. And that kind of looks more like the tables in Piggy. But that's the only place that I made a table like this in this map. You decide which table you prefer better between the stairs and the trapdoor tables. And now I'm going to grab our dark oak doors and fill in the doorways here. They're going to go basically just like this. Easy. Now the roof of this area, the roof in gallery is always like differing depending on what area of gallery that you're at. and like it gets really confusing. But this part of gallery's roof is made out of polished basalt, and you're gonna bring it along sideways like this, but leave one here and leave one here, so there's 3 in the roof in the middle here and 1 below either side, if that makes sense. Basically just like what I'm doing here. So these 2 blocks are gonna be left out, and place basalt either side of them, and then in these 2 you're gonna actually place end rods for some fluorescent lighting that this part of gallery has, just like that. And then we're gonna put well, there's gonna be the second floor's flooring on top of this, and I think we'll worry about that a bit later on, because it gets really confusing when you build the roof here without having built the second floor. Now what we're gonna do next is basically extend this entire basically crossroady area that's the main part of gallery, and we're gonna continue that onwards by making the horizontal part of this hallway going across this way, and that place is it's 3 wide by 14 back, and that means on the left we're gonna go 5 on the left, and we're gonna go 8 on the right. Basically that means these 5 count as 5 of the 14, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then we're gonna go 8 this way with the red nether brick, so it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 5 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should add up to 14, we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, hold it, no. It's definitely right what I've done here. It's just definitely not 14 back. I'll have counted wrong, but like, it doesn't matter. Just listen to the instructions that I made earlier. You are going 8 this way and 5 that way, so that you've got the place starting to look like this. And when you've got that, you can like start to fill in more of these walls. But like, again, gallery is confusing, so it's going to be difficult to fill these walls in properly, because every wall tends to be different in gallery. Okay, hold on a sec. No, I know what I've done wrong. No, we're counting from this middle block, not from these 5. So, stop. There's 5 this way, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the wall's going here. To basically explain the mistake I made there, you are counting these 5 as part of the 14, but you're not counting 5 this way from this block. You're counting it from the very center block. So from this center block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, making this. So if we do that correctly and count from the middle block instead, then we'll have 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. So, sorry about that mistake. Just make sure when you count 5 to the left, you're counting from the very center block, rather than counting from the edge of this hallway in general. Anyways, that's that confusion out of the way. This is where the main exit door is going to go. So, we're going to make that doorway here. And the door will go in, just not like that. Then facing the other way, like that. And that's this part of the wall, but the other part of the wall is a bit different, and we'll do that once we've finished this part as well. So this part here, this part of the wall isn't made of grey concrete, no, it's made of polished basalt again. So like this. This part is basalt, and then the part next to it is also basalt. And then filling in with the acacia pattern on the floor. But we'll do the rest of the floor once we've figured out exactly what it is that we're going to be doing with the walls here. And we're going to go 4 with this polished basalt on this part. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Extending that to be 3 high. So in case you guys are lost, what we're doing here, hang on, we're going to place 2 white concrete here, but these 2 are going to be left out. No, we're placing 2 white concrete like this. This corner here is just going to be grey concrete. So just make sure you have something looking like this, and we'll be on track to continue. Now, once we've made these 4 basalts, we're going to go inwards 1, and then make a doorway like this. Because a door is going to go here. So let's just move the acacia wood to be where that door is. And it's going to go inwards, and it'll be facing like this. Just like that. Now, what we're going to do now is take some polished black stone and some normal black stone as well, because this part here is it's like made of black stone, or any other black block will do. I'm only using black stone because it has added texture and it works better. But if you don't have black stone, you could use something like black wool or concrete, or maybe not terracotta because that's kind of browny. But anyways, go back outwards to be in line with this basalt wall like this. This doorway just goes in. And move 5 along towards this door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then place another one like that. We left this out because this is a doorway, but there isn't actually a door, it's just a doorway. Go 3 up on this black stone. And then again on these 2. But there's going to be just normal black stone on top of these 3 blocks, and there's going to be a space left. Oh, and there too. So it'll be looking like this. So there's space here beside this door with black stone all on top of it, and then surrounding it is just polished black stone. Now we're going to make the interior of this area now, but we're not going to make the rest of what this place leads into just yet. So just hold on a second until I reach the part of this place where it's pretty difficult to explain. I'm just looking through my screenshots of this place until I get to the correct area that I have to be at. But a lot of places in Gallery look similar, especially when they're made of basalt. So I'm kind of okay, I found a screenshot of this place. It's pretty simple anyways, so I only really need that one screenshot. What we're going to do is, inside of this area, we're going to have a 2 wide black stone wall like this. And on the other side, the wall is going to be here. Just like that. And this part of the wall is again going to be basalt. So connect those 2 like that with basalt. And the flooring for this place is still acacia wood. Hopefully my description is coming along well. But my sleep schedule is kind of ruined, and it's kind of making things difficult to say. It's making things for me difficult. Well, you can already tell what I'm talking about. I'm having difficulty speaking, basically. I've always had that difficulty speaking, but being tired amplifies that. Anyway, there's only one thing in this place aside from the lantern, and that is a spruce shelving. So get the spruce stairs out like this, and you could place them upside down, or you could place them facing normal, like this. They're only going too high, they're not extending all the way up, so just like that. And we'll place the lantern later once we get the roofing in, but we can't really effectively do that until we've built the second floor. Anyways, now that we've got this big space, what we're going to want to do is, well, one of the things we're going to want to do is place the door that belongs here, just like that. And then it gets tedious, so I'm going to do this off screen, but it won't take very long. Just fill in this whole place with the acacia flooring pattern, and I'll see you guys once I've done that. Then we'll get started on the first room. Okay, I'm back and my flooring is done, but there's something that I forgot to mention. In the game, some of these floorboards are just randomly darker than the others for some reason, and you could leave that if you want and have the floor persistent, but if you kind of want to replicate that, then take back the black stone, and in this corner here, make sure you've not got that corner and you're at this one, there's going to be a black stone there, and then count one across, and with a 1 block gap there's going to be one here, and then moving towards this red area, one here, and then besides that, one just like that. And that kind of marks out where our stairs are going to begin, because there's going to be a birch stair right here later. So that's pretty efficient. And the other two are just by this table, one by this block, and then diagonally, just like that. And that is basically this place complete. And the first thing we're going to make in this place is this green key area with the Fabberg eggs, where they go. If it's pronounced Fabberg. I've never known the pronunciation. But we're going to need some grey stained glass to replicate the place that borders this door. So we're going to place 2 on this side of the door, and then 1 on this side, but 1 away from the wall, so like that. And then, well, you could replicate the place that the silver key is being kept here, but there isn't really any silver keys in Minecraft, so you're going to have to improvise with what you're going to use as the silver key. You could use an end rod. You could use... I wouldn't recommend using a bone, because there actually is bones in this map in the game. And that might cause confusion. In the screenshot I used an iron nugget, but like flipped it to be like a golden nugget, like that. You could use anything, and it goes there, just in here, in this gap we left. Now this room itself is like tiny. It is 3 wide and it's 2 backwards, so just make a space like this and that's how big the room is. So we're just gonna fill it in with the acacia flooring pattern, and we're gonna have this side of the wall be basalt, this side of the wall is going to be grey concrete. And back here, and you'll see why later, this back wall is cyan concrete. So fill that in with cyan concrete. Now the roof here is really simple as well. It's polished basalt. But just keep in note, this place goes like an extra block high, which some places in Gallery do. And this is going to be the flooring for the second floor, so you could like put a beta this in right now. But you could also, like, you might need to adjust this when you build a second floor, because we're going to like have to guess what the second floor's flooring pattern is going to be. Anyways, the second floor's floor at this point is made out of white concrete and light grey concrete. So take some light grey concrete and just kind of, I don't know, just kind of guess. This is a prototype. We'll keep the second floor. The second floor's flooring once we put that in, we'll adjust this place to be like that. Actually, I'm pretty sure the flooring in this point of the second floor, which is this place's ceiling, is just normal basalt from what I'm seeing in the screenshots. So roof this place off with normal basalt, and you could actually just, I'm pretty sure this isn't actually gonna be seen from the second floor, so you could have it all white. Like this layer here could all be white. In fact, I think it should all be white. So yeah, white on this fourth layer. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 of white, and then the roof is basalt. I butchered that explanation. And we're gonna place some polished basalt here, and this is gonna be the stands for the eggs. And then we're gonna take some spruce trapdoor and place 2 layers of spruce trapdoor above that. If you want to actually place the eggs in, then you should not place the spruce trapdoor on top of this block like that. You should place it below this block. So that gives you space to place the eggs, and there are all sorts you could do for the eggs here. You could place dragon eggs, you could put an item frame and put an egg in. You could represent them with like a flower pot. I put a dragon egg in my screenshots because it's an actual egg that can be properly placed. But yeah, you could do other things, like if you want them to be different colours to each other like they are in game. Anyways, the last thing we're going to do in this room is place a lantern which goes directly above the door, just like this. So you walk in and the lantern's right above you, just like that. And next room we're gonna make, now that we've done that tiny little area, is gonna be this room here that's gonna go through this door. And oh, there's meant to be a door here, guys. I forgot to put it in, so let me just quickly see where that's going. 1 block away from the wall here, so just like that. And then just placing it in facing the other way, not that way, that way. And these 2 doors both connect to the same room, which is going to be this room. And this room's dimensions are 7 wide by 7 back. So that's pretty nice and simple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7. And then backwards as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then going across like that, and connecting the 2. Don't worry that like it goes beyond this exit door, because there's like a massive like hallway behind this exit door. So the exit, for basically to show you and put it into perspective, we're gonna extend this exit area backwards by another 3. And that's gonna like show you that once we build that alleyway that the exit leads to, it's gonna line up here. Because if you have escape gallery in game, then you'll know that you open the door and like you have to walk through here before you actually reach the exit. Anyways, moving back along like this, we're gonna fill this up. And yeah, it is 4 high again, not just 3 high. And the 4th layer is going to be cyan terracotta, not grey terracotta, cyan. There's also some other things we have to do with the walls before we do that though. And the first one is like, in this corner here you'll see this. We're going to like basically build around that like that. And that'll make a place like that. And then by this doorway, we're going to build 2 along like this, making this doorway 3 wide. And then along the back wall, we're going to place in the very center of the wall, just a place like this. And now on top of all of that, we're going to place some cyan terracotta, just going all around all of it like that. and then we can focus on the ceiling of this place, which is just white concrete from what I see in the screenshots. So above the cyan terracotta, just fill all of it in with white concrete, and that's the basis for this room. The floor, by the way, is still acacia wood in this room, so once you've done this, fill in the acacia wood flooring pattern, and it should connect properly if you've done it right. I'll show you guys once I do mine. Alright, and once we have filled in the floor, we're going to take some lantern, glass, and stripped birch wood, or sand works just as well. I just prefer the texture of stripped birch wood. And we're going to build the dinosaur enclosure that's in this area that has the dinosaur skeleton in it. But if you do it like I did, you won't actually have room to fit the dinosaur skeleton because of the way Minecraft works. This room is too small to actually do that. But if you want, you could make the enclosure bigger. That just like makes less space to walk around. And I tried to make this place game accurate. So basically, where we're going to put this enclosure is around about the center of the room. So actually, from this center wall here and the doorway, we're going to go one in and destroy two. And then destroy two either side of that, and then fill that all in with stripped birch wood or the sand. And then build glass going all the way to the ceiling, and that is the enclosure or container or whatever it is. And the lanterns in this room just basically go around that. So from this side where it's free wide, there's going to be a lantern on every edge block, and the same on the other side. So you've got your lanterns just like that. Next thing in this room is some spruce shelving. And like I said earlier, you could do the trapdoor thing if you wanted to. But for this part, I used spruce slabs and stairs, the good old technique. And that's really easy to place. They're just going in these areas that you marked out by putting this wall here. Next, the paintings. And the paintings in gallery always tend to be a bit all over the place, so I'm going to show you guys to the best of my abilities where exactly these paintings go. And to start, there's some simple ones. They go, and just for a heads up, all of the paintings in this room in particular are one higher, like this. Well, you don't have to make them like that though, but I did. So they're on this layer rather than the one underneath. And right in the center of these tables, just like that, there's going to go two paintings. Like I said, it doesn't matter what painting. In fact, I'm not trying to get the specifics of the ones I used in this picture. There's going to be one on this side of that wall, but not on the other side. Right by this door, count 1, 2, and then go to this layer and place the painting here. And then one final painting, and that's going on this wall on the very edge, like that, closest to that doorway. And that's where all the paintings go in this room, and that's also this room complete. So, I did not mean to do that. What are we going to do next? We're going to go over to the opposite room from this hallway, and we're going to build this room. This room's dimensions are going to be, well, from this part they're going to be 5, you should go 5 wide and 10 back. But there's another part here. I'll just show you once it's done. So, now you'll see why we put the cyan concrete here, because that is the walling of this area, and it kind of meets that place over there. Anyways, like I said, 5 wide by 10 back. So we're just gonna, let me get the screenshots up. I need to know what the flooring of this place is. It is simply oak wood. And to like make less of a contrast, because this door goes in like this, you could destroy it temporarily and place oak planks underneath it. That way you won't see the acacia flooring from when you go in here. But yeah, in order to make this 5 wide space, we're just gonna go 2 across from this doorway either side. And then, like it's told us to, we're going to count 10 backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And on this wall, you could just connect it like this. You don't have to count on this wall because it connects to this place and starts going off to the side. But yeah, make sure this wall is 10 blocks long, and then take it up 3 blocks. So the 3 blocks of cyan concrete, and then on top of that there is white concrete. And as you can see, that goes in like this. And once you've done that, the next area is a 5x5. So is that actually already put in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So just place a 5 wide wall here, leaving space for a door, because that conveniently has already made us count a 5x5 space in that corner. And then connect these 2 walls by not putting a wall there. Hold it. That wall might be 11 long, because I'm pretty sure it might be, unless I counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this is actually going to go 11 along. Just make sure it connects with this wall here. That's what's really important. So just like this, we've got the basis for this room, and the floor, like I said, is oak planks. The ceiling is completely basalt, normal basalt, not polished basalt. You could fill in this wall here with either white concrete or keep the polished basalt there and fill it in with that. But I chose to actually delete these 2 polished basalt and fill in this part of the wall with white concrete. Anyways, now you know that you just have to go along this roof with normal basalt, or like some blocks similar to this if you don't have basalt. And the floor is oak wood, which I can guarantee you have, or you're not playing Minecraft. So once I've done that, I'm gonna get back to you guys. Alright guys, and this is what it should be looking like once you've done that. Perfect oak flooring and some nice basalt roof as well. Now there's some cyan concrete pillars that go around here, and they kind of also show us where the lanterns are going. So we're going to put those in, and then we're going to place in the lanterns. Now the first one is in line with this doorway. This doorway. So go from this doorway until you're 2 blocks away from this wall, and in line with that dooring, and build some cyan concrete all the way up to the roof. And then there's going to be a lantern on this, not that side, this side of it and this side of it, like that. Actually, there's also going to be a lantern directly above this doorway, just like that too. So that kind of works out. Now the rest of these are simple because they're all 2 blocks away from each other going towards this door. So 1, 2, meh. 1, 2, meh. And yes, there is supposed to be a very tiny space between this pillar and this doorway. That's what it's like in game. So don't worry if you think you put that too close, because you haven't. Unless it's literally touching the doorway. There is one more lantern in here, and that's going on this side of that pillar. Just simply like that. Now for the decorations in this room, of course we have lots of paintings, but I'm gonna save that for later. Probably be the last thing we do because it's pretty tedious. From this doorway there's some spruce, I don't know, whatever they are, they're just weird blocks. So they kind of make an exclamation mark like this, so you come in 1, and then you have this 2 spruce planks and then a space and then 1 spruce plank, just like that. And actually, yeah, everything else in this room is a painting. So come in 2 from this wall, and then there's going to be painting. Like that on that side. On this side of this pillar is going to be a painting. I'm just like making sure you guys know which side it is I'm talking about. On this side of this pillar. Oh, and the paintings in this room and every other room on this layer, they're just one higher in that dinosaur room for some reason. You don't have to make them one higher if you like consistency. And then the paintings on this wall are pretty easy to fit in because they go completely... Oh, same painting. What are the odds? Now, this pillar, for whatever reason, has its painting facing the back wall. Like that. And then the other paintings on this back wall count one away, like one in, and then there's going to be two paintings. Either side, one in, there's going to be two paintings. So painting, painting, and then again, painting, not there, painting, painting. So like this, one painting, two painting, one painting, one. And on this side it's pretty similar. In fact, no, it's not pretty similar, it's the exact same thing. So one away from the wall, there's going to be paintings, either side. Painting, painting, painting. So painting here, painting there. Painting here, and painting there. Just like that. This room is chock full of paintings, and I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Yeah, that's every painting in this room, guys. So that means that this room is done. But, before we move on, I'm going to show you guys that there is a painting randomly here as well. So, bring yourselves to this doorway. This is also where we're going to build our next room as well. So take yourselves over here. And then put a painting there, because for whatever reason there's a painting there. And then taking yourselves through this door, we are going to make the next room. It's gonna be made out of stripped spruce. Our spruce planks would work, but I think stripped spruce worked better. So replace the signed concrete with stripped spruce, because we don't need signed concrete for any other room. Oh, and don't worry about this doorway. There is a door there, but we'll place it in later, because these two rooms have a corridor that connects them. Now, yeah, so this room, I think there's like, I think it like goes not from this wall, but like it has a wall. So you see what I mean? Yeah, it does. So you're gonna make a wall out of stripped spruce, going 5 like this, rather than counting from the basalt wall. And then we're going to count 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're going to build that spruce up 3 high. And on top of this spruce wood, there's going to go white concrete. And then the roof of this place is you could leave this place without a roof for now, and then we'll make the roof when we build the second floor, because it heavily relies on the second floor's flooring. In case you guys don't understand what I'm talking about when I say this, the roof of the first floor is the same layer as the floor for the second floor. So to show you guys, you build the roof and you look up and that's the roof, but while you're on the second floor, you're standing on the roof. So when we make the second floor's flooring pattern, it'll be a lot easier to place this floor's roof in. Basically, just for now leave it without a ceiling, but if you do want to fill it in, it's white and light grey concrete above this white concrete layer. But like to know specifically where they go, we'd need to make the second floor. Anyways, this place's flooring is also oak planks. So fill the floor of this place with oak planks just real quick. Okay, nice. And there's going to be like a wall in the middle of this room that's 7 blocks long. So go to this doorway and then count 2 blocks inwards. Then on the third, there's going to be spruce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 away from each doorway here, there's going to be another wall in the center of the room. Just like that. There are also doorways on these 2 parts of the wall, and they're in the exact center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 either side. And then you have a doorway. And then same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just like that. And we're going to put oak in every single one of these doorways because they all have a door and they all go inwards like this. Just place them all like that. And then the next room we're going to make here is going to be really easy, but before we do that we should probably place the paintings in for this room, huh? These rooms' paintings are pretty simple because once you've done it on one side you know how to do it to the other side. We're starting with this center wall. They're going just like this in the center, so 1, 2 from either side of this wall, and there's a painting. And like I said, it's the exact same on the other side. 1, 2 from the edges of the wall, and then the paintings with a 1 block gap in between them. And now on these 2 sides, either side of the door, you're going to build these like this so that you can fit the paintings. And just like this, leaving a 1 block gap between the wall, the door, the wall and the painting, so they fit just nicely in these spaces like that. And once again we're going to mirror that on this wall, just building these patterns in to fit the correct paintings. And there we go, 1 and then 2 and then 3 and 4. So these are the paintings for this room. Pretty simple and a lot less randomly placed than the other cyan room. Which, speaking of the cyan room, we're going to build our next room, which is going to be the corridor I spoke about a little earlier, which is connecting these 2. So, from this door and this door, we're going to make the floor of this place out of stone, and the walls out of smooth stone. Sorry for talking slowly, I'm just analysing the screenshots. And the wall is no, not the wall, the ceiling. God, my throat. Light grey concrete. So this corridor is 3 wide, so from the door, just place another one either side, and then surround that with smooth stone, going 3 high actually. This corridor has a shorter roof. This is where the roof's going in this corridor. And basically just same thing here. Make a 3 wide space of stone. Oh, we can place this door in now. It'll just go in like that. So basically, now that we've got these 2 really easy, all we're going to do is just break out this area of the floor and connect them with the 3 wide spaces. So you can see just like this, they connect. But what we're going to want to do is grab some stone stairs, because there's a part where the floor goes in one, and it's just here. So by this corner, we're going to surround it with stone stairs like this, and then it's going to go into the floor layer like this. So fill in the rest with stone on this layer, but like 1 layer down there's going to be some more stone. You can see what happened there. We just went 1 down. So next thing we're going to do is just take our smooth stone all along, and basically we're just going to finish this place, which is really easy. Like, this room is one of the easiest to make because you're just connecting two already existing rooms. So we're just going along this with smooth stone, and we're going to put the ceiling in with light grey concrete once we've done that. Then I'll show you guys where the lanterns in this room go. Oh, and also make sure you're destroying any visible grass and replacing it with smooth stone from the inside, just like that. So you can't see any grass while you're inside of the gallery. And you can just see it taking shape like this. On top of this doorway, I'm pretty sure on top of both doorways, yeah, there's going to go a lantern. So make the roof on top of these two first for some light, and then place the lanterns. And I'll see you guys when the rest of this is filled in. Okay, that didn't take much time at all. Now the next lantern is going exactly in the middle of this place, this part here. And then there's another two lanterns, which I can't really see the specific placements of, but I'm pretty sure they're just going on this part of the wall. So one from the, just like this, so this wall here, count one and then the lantern, and then same here, count one and then the lantern goes there. And that finishes off that room. Once again, don't worry about the fact that this place doesn't have a roof. We will put the roof for this place in later. For now, what we're going to do is build the room that's right next to this room, which is made almost completely out of basalt. That's what the walling is. So the walling is polished basalt, and the flooring is just normal basalt. So just like this. Oh, and this is a wall. The door's facing the other way in my screenshot like this. This is a wall in this room because, like, the way my proportions ended up, like, I had to have this wall visible from this room rather than having it made of basalt. Which was pretty unfortunate, but anyways. This place is 5 wide and 10 back, so it's 1 block shorter than this room we've just made. So count 10, 1, not from this wall, I just said we're not doing it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you should see that that connects up to that wall like that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to basically find where the doorways are going. Some of these screenshots are hard to look at, guys, and also there's some confusing things going on in this room here specifically. What we're going to do here is build 3 like this, and then another 3 there as well. Then we're going to place some basalt on top to make that a doorway. But we're going to leave this because this is where one of those vent drops is going to go. And right here is this place, like at the start of the match, is blocked off by lasers. And if you want to, like, kind of symbolize that, sort of, like, you could place dispensers because they kind of look like holes where the lasers were. And you could easily replicate the lasers with end rods or something. I'll show you what I mean actually. So if you want the lasers to actually be there and make this place inaccessible, just place end rods like that. Works pretty well as lasers. Anyways, this whole... We're going to destroy that acacia wood and replace it with basalt, because that's what it was like in my screenshot. And this whole place's flooring is going to be basalt. Now, there's a doorway going here, and it's pretty easy. It's in exactly the center of that part. And what we're going to do now is fill in this whole place, basically, with all basalt. It only goes 3 high, and the ceiling is white concrete. So make sure it isn't 4 high and it's 3 high. Oh, and don't fill in that here, because like I said, that's a vent drop. You're going to drop down through there in the second floor. So you're going to want to leave this gap here, but fill in the rest. So walling's polished basalt, flooring normal basalt, make sure you've got that right. And the ceiling is free high, and it's going to be made out of white concrete. And I'll see you guys when I've done that, to like show you what it should look like. Okay, I'm done, and I should probably mention the basalt floor here is sideways basalt, so don't face the basalt upwards like this. Face it sideways. And don't face the polished basalt walling sideways though. But you need that facing upwards and this facing sideways. Anyways, that's the basis for this room done. And now we're gonna basically make this room is very similar to this room in the sense that it has this wall in the middle. So it's 5 blocks wide, like that. So as you can see, just 5 blocks. Although I do wonder if I've made this room a bit small. Let me have a look. Because I could have easily messed the proportions up. Yeah, I did. It's actually going to be... I don't know how I didn't realise this, it's pretty obvious. Extend this back wall 1 further back, guys, so that it's in line with this wall here. Because there's also going to be a room that connects those 2 rooms. Just like that. So the basalt... Oh, that's not meant to be normal basalt, it's polished basalt. So the polished basalt walling in the centre goes like this, 2 away from each wall here. Pretty simple. And I'm pretty sure there's basically no decorations in here. There is a lantern, and the lantern's gonna go above this doorway here. So, get a lantern. Oh, I already have a lantern. And place it there. And there's gonna be... you could put an item frame here if you want, because this is a place where you need to use the wrench. Same thing goes for by this exit door, you need a wrench for that, so you could put an item frame there. And you could put something in it to symbolise wrench. What I did was put a polished blackstone button in it, which doesn't exactly look like what it looks like in game. I don't recommend doing that on bedrock, because in bedrock you can't make the button like this so that it's placed on the same place as the item frame is. But in Java that looks pretty neat. You can't actually make that in bedrock though. I don't know, it's up to you what you do with the wrench. Anyways, this corridor that I was talking about that connects these 2 rooms is made of smooth stone and normal stone, exactly like the this corridor. So what we're going to do is really easy. First of all, you should put smooth stone in between these 2 walls where they connect, like have some kind of border. Hold on, because I need to check out what the ceiling of this place is made of. The ceiling of the garage area is made of smooth stone, but that's not what we're doing now. Can you believe that I've actually completely missed this place's ceiling in my screenshots? Okay guys, I'll be back because somehow I've completely forgotten to screenshot the ceiling of this corridor. It's probably going to be smooth stone, but I'll let you guys know. Okay guys, so it turns out that trip was completely unnecessary, because I was like, nah, it won't be light grey concrete like this room that's the exact same. No, and it is light grey concrete. Ugh. Anyways, just from these 2 doorways, leave a gap and then build 3 along of smooth stone like this, so you've got a free wide space. And once again, we're going to need our stone stairs, because once again, the place dips down one somewhere for some reason. And that's either side of the door, like this. So you enter the doorway, you enter through the doorway and you come one from the door, and you got your stairs. So there's a 1-2 space either side that is not in the floor, and then there's a 3x3 space here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, as you can see, that is in the floor. So take this space that's in the floor and fill it in with stone. And then either side here, just take the blocks and extend them one further down so that you're not being exposed to dirt. And then really simple, we're just gonna go like this, connecting these two walls. And then in the center here there's going to be a doorway, so leave that center bit and put stone under it, because the room in here, which is the garage, has the exact same materials as this room, except the ceiling is smooth stone rather than light grey concrete. Anyways, take your light grey concrete ceiling, this corridor is 3 high, and fill it in. There are lanterns here that go in the center of both stairways. So stair, lantern. Where there's a stair, there's a lantern in the middle. Next thing we're going to do is take our door, dark oak door, and just place, probably the other way, I feel like it's faced the other way. Yeah, place it like that. And that's our corridor done. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the final, yeah, this is the last thing we have to do in this part before we move on to the second floor, which is going to be part 2, and it's going to be a lot more all over the place, trust me. So this place is just 8 wide by 5 back, and if I see where the door is, yeah, the door is there. So to make that 8 wide area, destroy 2 blocks this way from the door, that makes 3. So, and then count to 8, starting from 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just like that. And then place in your smooth stone. So make sure you're actually doing this like 1 into the ground, because this is the area where like it's in 1. Yeah, 5 along like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got a 5 by 8 space. And you're just going to destroy it all. Fill it all in with stone, and all the ceiling is going to be smooth stone. It's a very stony area. Just make it 3 high, but counting from here. So it's actually 1 under this corridor. In other words, the roof goes here. You'll know if you've put the ceiling in the correct position if it's 1 block above the door. So like this. And we're just going to go all around the build. Well, not the build, no, do not go all around the build with smooth stone, go all around this room, filling it in with smooth stone, and then make the floor stone. It's dark, so we should probably put in the lanterns before we do the floor, because they're pretty simple to put in really. They're 1 away from the wall in the centre. They tend to be in the centre. So 1 away from this wall in the centre of the room, there's going to be a lantern, and the same on the opposite side. And then I'll see you once I've very quickly made the floor stone. Okay, this flooring is done now, and we can move on to the decorations in this room. Just a pre-warning to show you what you're going to need. You're going to need some polished black stone stairs, grey concrete, light blue wool, glass pane, light blue carpet, stone button, spruce slab, spruce stairs, iron trapdoor, And two other things that I can't fit in my inventory yet, which are a polished blackstone button and an item frame. You don't need to use blackstone. You could use stone. You could use stone bricks or something if you don't have blackstone. This is all the blackstone is just for a garage door in this place, so it really doesn't matter whether or not it's blackstone. Anyways, first thing we're gonna do is the shelves, because they'll clear my inventory the quickest, and they're really easy to place. Basically, right by this door, in the center of this wall, there's going to be 3 high shelf, and there's going to be another 3 high shelf that's going to go one away from the door here. So in the center of this part of the wall, going like this, as you can see, it's just really easy to place. You should know exactly where to put that. So you could get a polished blackstone button now, or just a normal button will do, and an item frame. Now, the next thing we're going to do actually is going to make this blackstone garage door. What you're going to need to do is destroy the 4 in the center of this wall. You might want to destroy a space of grass around this, because later on, if you're going to expand upon this build, you'll turn this into a full-on garage area. And basically, you're going to want to place polished blackstone stairs all facing the outside like this. Unless, of course, you want to make them face the other way. You could do that. But from the inside, it'll look like this if you do that. If you do it the other way around, it'll look better from the inside, but not as good from the outside. So it depends on how you want to look at this build. Are you going to see it more from the inside, or do you want the outside to look better? I usually make the builds look good on the inside and outside, but I think the outside's more important for this garage door here. Anyways, next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the most pimping automobile in all of Minecraft. And we're going to start that by going either side of this edge of the shelf, placing 2 grey concrete like this in the center of the room. Once again, like from this edge of the shelf and the other edge of the shelf. We're going to place light blue wool in the center of that, and on top of the one at the back. Then we're going to place some glass panes like this. And we're going to put light blue carpet on top of the grey concrete, this light blue wool, and the glass panes. Don't worry about this lantern, it barely makes a difference. You could remove it if you're really bothered and really want to put the light blue carpet there. Or you could remove the light blue carpet here. But the last thing we're going to do with this car, anyways, is place the stone buttons on either side to make it look more like tyres. And as you can see, you have an absolutely gorgeous car. Oh my god, this thing turned out to look so freaking weird because I tried to make the car that I did in the last tutorial, the police car and Doggy's car, and make it fit in this smaller space, but it really didn't work out, so I just ended up with this thing. You could, by all means, not have this be a part of your build if you think it's too disgraceful. But anyways, there's one more thing we're going to do, and that is a panel on the wall. I'm just having a look here, guys, real quick. I'm like trying to figure out something. Something is off here. And I think it might be to do with the garage door. I'm pretty sure, guys, I didn't actually put the garage door in the center. What I think I've done is do it like this, but at the same time, I don't know, because there is space here, and I'm pretty sure I didn't make this place too small. No, I haven't. I think you can like hear the gears turning in my head right now. I'm trying to figure out, based on these screenshots alone, what's going on. No, that is what I've done. I did do that. I made the garage like here. So if you want to do exactly as I did, don't put the garage door exactly in the center and instead put it here. In fact, maybe, I'm pretty sure that's what it's like in the game. I don't know. That's the only reason that I would have done that. But yeah, the garage door goes there, as you can see. So 3 blocks on this side, 1 block on that side, and a 4 block wide garage door. And next thing we're going to do is put a polished black stone button here, that's optional. And an item frame here, because there was a panel on this wall to like, a control panel for the garage door to like open it and shut it and all that probably, but it kind of fell and now it's here. Haha. So we're going to represent the actual panel with an iron trap door, and the empty space the panel should be at with an item frame. And this black stone button here is just like kind of connecting the two, sort of ish. Anyways, once you've done that, you have finished the garage, and you have also finished the first floor, and that means that this part 1 of the gallery is complete. The second floor is going to go in the next part, so you guys should stay tuned, and I'll probably have that part up pretty soon, maybe next day. I don't know, it depends, because the second floor is, I'm pretty sure it is smaller, but it's at the same time more confusing, and it involves that spire. And once I'm done with the second floor, I'll make the whole exterior. That's a whole other monster. But yeah, for now you're done. And if you're watching this while part 2 is already out, then go ahead and watch part 2, because that's going to help you continue this tutorial and then complete your gallery. But for now, I will see you once that tutorial comes out, unless there's a video in between this tutorial, this part 1 and part 2, which I highly doubt. But yeah, I'm done with this first part, and you're done with this first part, and it's all done, so I'm going to see you in part 2.